Welcome to Pura Kathan, where ancient myths breathe again. I am Dibyendu, your storyteller. Today, we journey into the timeless legend of the Bamana Avatar and Woman Festival, a tale of wisdom, sacrifice, and divine resolve. In the vast ocean of Hindu mythology, there rises a story told for countless generations. The story of the Preserver, Lord Vishnu, and the forms he takes to protect the world. 10 great incarnations are spoken of. 9 have appeared, each in times of need, and one remains waiting for the final hour. Among them, the 5th shines in quiet brilliance, not as a king of the splendor, but as a small, unassuming child, a brahmachari, a dwarf. This is the Bamana Avatar. The Treta Yuga bore witness to his descent. The word Vamana itself means the dwarf. Yet, in a modest form, lived the boundless power of the cosmos. He appeared young, short, and a mendicant who walked softly into the earth. But behind his gentle frame was a will of eternity. At this time, the balance of the universe trembled. King Bali, the mighty Asura, stood tall with newfound strength, a gift of immortality from the Amrit itself. Though noble in parts, his ambition grew vast, his reach stretching too far. The walls bent beneath his power, and Dharma strained under his weight. Into the movement stepped Vishnu, concealed with humility. Not a thunderous god, but a wandering seeker, robed in simplicity, radiating quiet wisdom. He came not to destroy with force, but to restore with wit, not to overwhelm, but to transform. At the sacred sacrifice of Bali, amidst fire and ritual, the dwarf brahmachari approached. In soft presence, he carried the promise of cosmic justice. With a request as delicate as it was divine, 3 steps of land, he set in motion a tale that would shake the very fabric of creation. This is the essence of the Bamana Avatar, where humility veils infinite might, where innocence holds immeasurable power, and where the smallest form contains the vastness of the universe. The story of Lord Vishnu's Bamana Avatar begins with a kingdom shaken by the eternal struggle between the Devas and the Asuras. From the churning of the cosmic ocean, the nectar of immortality had emerged. Amrit, the elixir of the gods. The Devas, strengthened by its power, rose to dominance. Their armies, led by Indra, struck down the Asuras and the Daityas, driving them into defeat and despair. Among the vanquished was a ruler whose heart carried both ambition and resolve, King Mahabali, the grandson of the noble Prahlada, himself a beloved devotee of Vishnu. Though struck down, Bali's spirit remained unbroken. He turned to the wisdom of his teacher, Shukracharya, the master of sacred knowledge, seeking a way to reclaiming his throne. The sage, moved by his disciples' plight, instructed him to perform a great Vishvajit Yagya. And so, amidst sacred chants and blazing fires, Bali surrendered himself to the ritual and devotion. The heavens answered. From the flames rose divine gifts, a golden chariot that sped as swiftly as the wind, armor gleaming with celestial light, a lion banner raised high, arrows that never missed their mark, a conch that roared like thunder, and a garland that never withered. Armed with these blessings, Bali marched once more into the battle, and this time the tide turned. Indra, Lord of the heavens, fell before him. The Asuras rose triumphant, and the Mahabali's flag waved proudly over the three worlds. Yet, even in victory, Bali remained obedient to the guidance of his Acharya. He was told that strength could only endure through sacrifice, that generosity to Brahmins and compassion for the poor would endure. His reign remained unshakable. And so Bali's power grew, his fame spreading across earth and sky. But in the realm of Devas, unease stirred. Indra, stripped of his throne, turned to his Guru Brihaspati in desperation. The sage, seeing no mortal remedy, directed him toward the eternal protector, Lord Vishnu. Even Aditi, the mother of Indra, bowed in sorrow before the preserver, her heart heavy for her son. In compassion, Vishnu heard her plea. From the divine resolve was born a new form. A child, radiant yet humble, entered the world. Born of Aditi, he was Bamana, the dwarf brahmachari, destined to restore balance. Cloaked in simplicity, the Lord concealed his cosmic might and stepped down into the earth. At the very time, King Bali prepared for another grand sacrifice. Fire altars blazed, hymns thundered, and air shimmered with sacred power. Into his moment walked the small, unassuming Brahmin boy. His presence was calm, his aura serene. Though slight in stature, his very being carried the weight of the cosmos. When the young ascetic asked for his boon, the court looked into a disbelief. He sought no jewels, no kingdoms, no power, only 3 steps of land measured by his own feet. The hall erupted in laughter. For what were 3 tiny steps to a conqueror who ruled the worlds? Yet Bali, true to his vow of generosity, agreed. Then, in a heartbeat, the illusion of smallness shattered. The boy began to rise, higher and higher still, until his head brushed the stars. In his vastness, the heavens themselves seemed to tremble. With the first stride, he spanned the earth. With his second, he filled the sky, reaching beyond the dwelling of the gods. The worlds watched in awe. There remained only 1 step left, yet no space remained to contain it. The cosmos stood still. King Bali, bound to his word, lowered his head in surrender. And in that moment, the dwarf revealed his truth, the infinite form of Lord Vishnu, preserver of all creation. With his final step, the Lord placed his foot upon the bowed head of Asura king. But instead of destruction, there came grace. Lord Vishnu, moved by Bali's unwavering devotion and honor, did not cast him into oblivion. Instead, he blessed him, granting him sovereignty over the Netherland, Patalok, where his reign would continue, eternal and unchallenged. And so, the heavens returned to the Devas, Indra regained his throne and his strength, and the balance was restored. Yet Bali, though sent below, remained immortalized in legend, not as the vanquished tyrant, but as the ruler who upheld his word even before the gods. Thus echoes the tale of the Bamana Avatar, the reminder that humility may hide infinite power, and that true greatness lies not in conquest, but in the honor of keeping one's promise. Hello, I am Dibyendu, and together we have traveled into the heart of the myth, where stories are not just told but lived. If the tale of Bamana Avatar touched your spirit, then stay with us, for many more ancient echoes await. Until next time, let wisdom guide your path. You are listening Pura Kathan.